everybody, just touching base. It's our day one of our isolation. Now, at this time, we're probably still in a state of shock that this is what it's come to. We've had to shut down the country, but I know at the end of the day that it's going to be vitally important to get us through this next month, because if we can do it and do what we're supposed to, then it means that we don't have to continue the lockdown. In the meantime, just giving you an update on where things are at. As far as real estate is concerned, my understanding from our mortgage broker, Anthea Livingston, is that although you do have mortgage holidays available and some banks are offering up to 6 months, it is actually worth talking to your broker or talking to your bank or financial advisor just to find out whether those options actually are going to be beneficial in the long run. I know we had these sort of things offered to us in Christchurch when we had the earthquakes, and although it did sound really good, there may be other ways that you can work around it, especially too at the moment with the interest rates being so low. If you were maybe to consider fixing some of your mortgage or something, you know, that might be helpful too. But hey, look, I'm not a broker and I really don't understand that side of things, but certainly if you look up my personal page, which is open to the public, you'll find Anthea Livingston there, and certainly have a wee chat to her. So my day started off pretty cool. I decided that the first thing I needed to do was finish some wallpapering that we started a couple of 3 days ago. I don't know about you guys, but I go into OCD mode and find things to do to keep me busy. Working from home is a piece of cake, but it's taking into consideration the little things. You know, like what happens if your drainage blocks up, or what happens if your plumbing goes crazy and all the water goes spurting everywhere. The tradies are actually available for emergencies, so if this does happen, they have got the ability to access the tools and stuff that they actually need to do. So don't get too worried about that. As far as your home's concerned, we've already talked about the fact that, you know, the mortgage holidays. Don't forget to make sure that your insurances are all up to date. And I know when things are really tight, it's really difficult to figure out how you're going to make ends meet. But for us in Christchurch, one of the most important things I can seriously say is no matter what, try and make sure you can find a way to sort out your insurances and make sure they're up to date. Contact your insurance company if you're having a struggle trying to make ends meet with it. But the next month is vital, because remember, we are still in Christchurch. If you are looking at purchasing a property or you've got a contract underway at the moment, the solicitors have been absolutely fantastic. The Auckland Law Society has, in conjunction with them and the REI, the REA, I think it is, the Real Estate Authority, have got it where you will actually get a deferred settlement. So if the settlement was during the lockdown, then what's happened is the settlement won't happen until after that. In the meantime, if you're looking at purchasing at properties, some of us, I know I've started doing it today, have started to put stuff onto video form. Actually, I can't take the credit. I've actually asked the vendors to do it for me, and they're sending it through. And then our lovely admin Karen will look after that, or Margaret, who will be my new business partner, and starting on the 31st of March. Actually, the 1st of April, we kick in with our new company. So keep you posted on that. Ironically, we won't be able to do a hang of a lot, but we'll certainly be able to get the templates in place. And long term, that'll actually be really beneficial for everybody, I'm sure. I guess for me, as far as the house is concerned, you know, maybe there's the little things that can keep you occupied. I hate cleaning, but, you know, I don't mind cleaning inside. Not too good with the windows, so Rob will get the lovely job of cleaning the windows down from the outside. Inside, well, let's see if I can get out of doing that. I hope he doesn't see this post. As far as things around the property are concerned, there may be things that you've forgotten to do recently that maybe just need a little bit of a tidy up. Try and use that time just to distract you from the fact that we are in lockdown, and try and find things occasionally that you do to your home that you can actually see and go, oh, I did that. I did that during the time that we were on lockdown. Anyway, I will keep you posted on anything else I hear. I did get a post today. Somebody was concerned about moving. Obviously, we're now in self-isolation, or not in self-isolation, we're in lockdown, so we can't actually do anything. So if you were looking at moving houses or anything like that, check with your solicitor, check. I don't think you can actually do it, so just make sure you check with the authorities to find out what the procedures are now. Some landlords are in a position to offer a rent reduction. I have chatted to Margaret to see what the options are there, and she was personally looking into some stuff herself. So, you know, don't feel stink about your landlord if they're not in a position to actually do that. You know, it's nice to be able to offer a reduction, but don't feel that it's actually guaranteed it's going to happen, because bearing in mind sometimes for people who have rental properties, they actually are already loaned up to the hilt to be able to afford it, so as you can actually have a home. So if that is the case, you know, try not to be too rough on them. And as I said to you the other day, just remember to be kind to each other. We don't know what's going on in somebody else's life. Don't forget to get lots of fresh air. If we end up with rain this weekend, you'll be kicking yourself if you haven't sorted it out during the week. Take care, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye now.